morning. I've made a promise to myself that since I have all this free time, I'm gonna work out. So, I'm out of breath, but I feel good. 45 minutes in. Whew. So, finished this book and had my little bed situation on the floor because I got rid of, had like a spongy kind of furniture on the floor this morning. Well, late last night, I just decided to get rid of it, and because I want to buy something else to replace that, because I literally did over most of this area. I started last Christmas because you guys saw when I did the bookshelf, the June vlogmas of last year, and then I started doing all the areas. You saw me redoing my office nook, my writing nook, and then also this area, this is where the plants and stuff. This is the only area of the room that I haven't done anything for, but it's probably not going to be till after the new year because I don't know what I want to put there. I have so much idea what I want to put in this area, but I don't know. So for right now, I'm on the floor. And I got a lot done today. so I'm doing the edit and everything else, and I finished this. This was actually pretty quick read, but I'm gonna start off by saying it's not what I thought it was gonna be. I was a little surprised. It is very much about, when you think of aunties and of women who have come into our lives and took place of family, took place of friendship, took place of supporters, and that kind of a relationship you can have with a woman who you respect and have this love for. And this is what you get in here. In here you have a story of a young man. Well, it's not really a young man, he's in his 40s. But he's an artist, and his friend who look up to the female character, the auntie in this, as his aunt, without the blood related part of it. And she welcomes these artists in her home. In this case, she has this guy. It's not the most fancy home. It has leak and things that happened because there was a storm that affected the community, and her house still standing, but it has issue. But as someone who is going through some issues of loss and want somewhere to run off to, this is like the ideal situation, no matter how run down the place might seem. When he gets there, in terms of this idea of him wanting to be by himself, to do his artwork and all that, that was not going to happen with these people in the community. They're fascinated by his artwork, so there was a lot of people that will come visit, and you're meeting all these characters, and there's like a storyline about them. So in this, there's stories within the stories, and you meet a woman who had experienced a loss, and she walks around with some fur coats. And mind you, this is Jamaica, it's hot. And she has these moments where she doesn't talk, and then there's moments where she might surprise someone and speak, but everybody looks at her as the crazy woman that walks down the street, and have moments where she does things that are, everyone would look at her and say she is. But you can tell by her storyline she's grieving as well, and she's struggling with life. And so you get to know that character and her background, her storyline, what you believe to be true, because there are always multiple stories that goes around about this character or other character. One of the main guys of Chris, he also were able to meet a family member that he remembers but haven't seen in many years, and then you hear about that family member's life story in bits and pieces, and then you see the background story as far as the art in this. There's several artistic people in this book, and you get to see where the influence may have come from, and for one of the main characters. I love it. I love this idea of creating your family, not necessarily the family you were born in. I like that idea. Also, there were some things in this that was very nostalgic for me. The Anansi story. Growing up, you hear it. I don't know any kid growing up that didn't hear about an Anansi story. And as a kid, you don't know these stories not real, but you still like sitting there and listen to your aunt or your uncle or a family friend that you call auntie and uncle, tell you these stories. And a lot of these stories really have these metaphors behind it. It's things that you think about that after, when you're a little bit older, you realize how great some of these stories were. But as a kid, you just thought they were fantastic, and they just have these fairy tale element to it, and you just believe it. So I like that in this, but it's very authentic. One thing I could say about Alicia Mackenzie, she does know how to write authentic Jamaican story, period. So if you are a person who's interested in Caribbean stories and you want to be authentic, this is the kind of writer that you will want. The only thing I had an issue with this book, it felt like a lot of short story that became a novel. And there's some storylines that I wanted more of. I wanted her to elaborate a little bit more of, and there's a part when when they all come together and have this kind of voyage destinational thing. I can't really say what it is because it's a giveaway. It was like that to me was still kind of chopped up. Like I wanted the transition to be a little bit more. So overall, I think it's a good book. It just, to me, could have perhaps been longer, maybe because there's some characters that needed a little bit more to me. I wanted more. I wanted more. That's the best way I can put it. I really wanted more. Okay? Okay, Alicia Mackenzie. I just wanted a little bit more. So, other than that, this is a go. This is a, yeah. I love the cover. I grew up with this plant, and I don't remember what plant this is again. But it makes me want one in my house, but it probably won't survive here, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna end this here and go back to my little bedding on the floor and finish my editing for the night, because yes guys, I am multitasking because I have time. I'm on vacation, I got time. And doing reading and get that done, and then I'm gonna pick up Butterfly 3 because it's the talk, and already people are giving me mixed messages of how they feel, but I'm gonna read it and give you all the rundown of that book. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this here guys, and thanks for watching and have a good day.